So if you moved around and found a comfortable seat in any way, just let your eyes be heavy, eyelids be heavy, let them close. And if your knees are still elevated a bit, you can put pillows under your knees as well in a cross-legged seat, so you don't have to be always trying to stay tall. So we do like a nice tall spine and the ability of your pelvis to tilt forward like so without rounding your back. Just a few moments for a centering breath. So setting aside your day, this snowy day, and all the worries that come to mind. With each exhale, just let something go. In a comfortable rhythm of your breath, let something else go. Feel any tension anywhere, find a little movement there. Shoulders relax. Soften the hands, the fingers, you can rest them on your knees. Take the attention more to the breath, away from all the busyness in your life, all those criticisms as well. So let all that go, turn a little inward, attention to the breath. How are you feeling today? Always kind of just take a look at your jaw. Is it tight? Are your teeth clenched? Let that go. Just trying to settle in to a little calmer part of our nervous system, our rest and digest of our parasympathetic nervous system. Where you can actually have a little time to pay attention to how things are going. And how you're feeling. All right, let your arms go out to the sides, palms up. One more big inhale. Lift the arms up. Maybe touch those palms. Exhale, float them down. Maybe take that gaze up. A little movement of the neck as you tuck that chin, coming down. Okay. Arms, bend your elbows, let your hands slow down. Take your hands to your heart. You can set an intention for your practice today. Maybe simply dedicating practice, or just something very simple like staying with your breath. So connect those palms together. Maybe press the elbows out, press the palms together, all those fingers touching, and take your arms to one side. Just kind of follow with your elbow. We'll just take a little turn here as well. You might think about just having those palms right at your sternum or lined up with the middle of your chest. So you're not overdoing anything, overstraining your neck. Just let your neck follow with your spine. And then come back to center. Just turn those fingertips toward your sternum, and then turn them away and down, and just look down here. And then palms come up, or clasp those fingers. Go ahead and press the hands out, stretch, find a nice stretch, tuck up your chin. Couple big breaths into your shoulder blades, back part. Backs of your lungs. A lot of the lung space that we don't use. One more breath here in as you rise up. Spread out those elbows if you need to. And exhale. Bring them in now. Again, now just crisscross your fingers the other way. And one more time, we'll press away. You can also have your palms facing if that feels better for you. So another big stretch. Big inhale. Big exhale. And then inhale, bring it up. Time, exhale. Float your arms down, right straight out from your shoulders here. So look from side to side, fingertips are pressed away. Find a little turn of your neck. Shoulders are relaxed here. Back to the center. Let's just find some range of motion on our shoulders by turning our palms back. Just turn them within your range of motion and then turn them forward to your palms facing toward the back. So palms facing back and then back the other way. So just pay attention here. And take your hands down to your heart. Kind of give your shoulders a shrug here. Just roll those shoulders up and back. A little movement with those elbows. And circle those wrists now. And just flutter those fingers. And then go ahead and extend your legs out. You can take your hands to the back on the floor if you like. Point and flex your feet here. Just a nice stretch out your toes forward. And then drawing those toes toward your nose. And then some circles inward. And take them out. And then one other thing, kind of just point your balls of your foot toward away from you. Nice big stretch there. And then go ahead and bring your legs back together, whatever is comfortable for you. I'm going to just do a little bit more stretching here with wrists. Arm extends out. Now the elbow can be bent or straight. The other hand is just going to kind of draw those fingers down and away. So you're pressing your wrist forward for a little carpal tunnel stretch. Nice breaths here into that. And then just switch your sides, shake it out there, and go to the other side. So trying to undo some of that computer work we do, sitting at the computer all day and just not moving. So we're going to do a little movement today, quite a lot. Shake things out. One other thing here, we're going to kind of make fists, take the backs of our hands together here. So they're touching in front of you here. So wherever it's comfortable for your shoulders, pump your fists away. Keep the wrists connected. Then just next, inhale or exhale, just reach those arms back with that flexion there. Maybe from there, you can kind of clasp your wrists there or clasp your fingers. Maybe a little tuck of your shoulders here, your chin, maybe a little lift. And then little of your shoulders, and go ahead and release those arms. For today, let's just do a little foot massage. So cross one foot closer and just give yourself some attention here. Kind of circling the ankle there and just looking for any kind of sore places, just things that you just don't pay much attention to during your day. And then you might place a finger between each toe and kind of wiggle your toes back and forth. Maybe little circles here. Our feet are so important carrying us around in life. They're important for balance. Let's take the other side. So get access to your foot and just work on strengthening the toes or balls of your feet. Just kind of work your thumbs down. A little movement with the ankle as well. All the way down through the arch of your foot. And then final little things, place one finger between each toe if this works out for you, okay? If you can get them in there and just kind of find a little bit more movement there, maybe circling or just forward and back. Just waking things up here. Okay. Kind of shake things out here. And one other little thing to do, I'm gonna pick up a blanket here. You can also use a towel. Maybe I'll grab this towel. Kind of make it into a, a little thicker thing and put it on the back of one knee. And since I don't really have wall space to do this, we're just gonna make some space in our knee. So sitting nice and tall here, you can actually be sitting on something still, but have that towel behind your knee. And from here, just press your heel away. So I'm on my right leg, press your heel away, flex your foot, and press down in your knee, right into that towel. And we'll just find a little opening in our knee here. And just release. And do that again. Hold for a couple breaths. You might even be almost lifting your foot off the floor here. Find that pressing down and straightening, really straightening of our leg here. And release. And just go to the other side. Since I have a small towel. So we'll do the same thing here. You're going to push your heel away as you press down. Back of your knee into that towel, and that foot just becomes flexed. Try not to create too much tension in your body. Keep your breath going, and go ahead and release for a moment, and then again, press, press, press. Inhale, and exhale, and go ahead and release. Just drop knees to one side here, all the way down to the floor if you can. If you're kind of seated, you can be seated on a blanket, take them the other way. If you need any kind of props, to rest a knee on, just finding a little movement in our hips here. Maybe turn it into a little bit of a twist as you look over your shoulder one direction. And come back to center. So I'm going to find a different place to sit. I'm going to sit on my knees in hero's pose. You can have a blanket under your knees, ankles. You can also have a block or a pillow, something to sit on. So hero's pose is, where you can sit on the floor and your knees are bent, tops of your feet are straight back. But that's a little bit much for some people. So you can actually put 2 blocks. And if this is just not doable, don't do it. Okay. I'm going to sit here and we'll just do some more movements with our arms. So touch your fingers to your shoulders here, in and out. And then find some movement here. So we're going to do some swimming movement forward. And take it back. And then one elbow up and forward. And take it all the way up. Just hold with one hand there. Let that arm release, and then bring another elbow up and just kind of help with that. I keep a little wake up here of the computer. And shake things out. So almost a little back bend here. If you're sitting fairly comfortably in our hero's pose, whatever you have, fingers back to the floor, to blocks, to something. Tense your fingers, and then just draw your heart up. Maybe open your throat here for a bit of a back bend and a bit of a stretch on the hip flexors of your hips. And then go ahead and walk yourself forward and just take it down a little bit more. You can have your legs forward and straight or opened. I'm just going to relax here. Just in a child's pose. Just let my back release and shake out my hips. Then inhale, going to rise up, move that block. I'm going to keep the blanket here. Let's just do a couple cat-cows here. From our hands and knees. With emphasis on the upper back, so opening the collarbones, spreading them wide, and then opening the shoulder blades as you arch up into cat. One more time, arch up, exhale, take it back to child's pose. And then we're going to come forward onto those forearms, and then lifting our heart into that cat. And then arching, Chaturabakasana, just a little flowing cat-cow. Okay, come back to center. Let's shake out our hips here. Wag the tail. Taking it side to side. Move all the blankets here. Go fours. I'm just going to turn it around the other side here. The front on all fours. And you can also use this for rest here. Roll up a mat. Okay? Anything with wrists involved, if they're uncomfortable, I'll try that. We're going to do a few. I'm going to have hands flat. Fingers are actually turned out just a little bit. I'm going to take a little spinal balance for strength. Today, just lift that back leg. And opposite arm forward if that feels all right for you. You can always leave the toes touching. One more big breath in. Exhale. Take it to the other side. Start out with the foot, the leg, and those other items. And then exhale. Take it down. Shake out your wrists if you need to. We're going to take a little flow, so back to the other side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Lengthen. Belly's engaged. Strengthen the back body. Back to the original side. Take a tuck here. Elbow towards your knee. Let's do that one more time. Let's do 3. Try not to sag into that supporting shoulders. Switch sides. Lengthen out. Other side. We'll do 1 and 2 and 3. And exhale. So back to child's pose. You can have your knees wider, take your arms behind or just under your forehead here for a little break. You can have a block under your forehead. Shake anything out if you're got any tension created. So inhale, lengthen. Let's take arms to one side, stack those hands. And then ease down in child's pose with the arms off to the side. So we're getting a good stretch on the inner ribs. Nice big breath. Opening up space for our breath. One more breath. Walk to center. Take it to the other side. So it can stay on the edge of the mat, just whatever's comfortable for you. Ease down into that child's pose. With your chest facing the floor and a nice lateral of your spine here. One last breath. Exhale. Take it back to center. Reach the arms forward, extend the child's pose now. And inhale, come forward. Let's take it into a kneeling plank. We'll get that nice long line. Exhale back. Feel that stretch from your tailbone to your fingertips. Inhale forward, you can even take it into a little up dog, maybe just letting your hips slide forward just a little bit. Shoulders are over your wrists here. Tension out of your neck. Just take it where it's comfortable for you. Exhale back. Inhale forward, take it one more time here. And exhale back now. Toes to the floor, give your soles with your feet a nice stretch. We'll come into a kneeling dog here, so hips stay over our knees here. We'll let your upper body roll down, lower down between your biceps maybe. Maybe your forehead goes to the mat or rest on a block. A nice bit of a back bend here. And then go ahead and walk back up, exhale. Cat pose. And shake it out. We're coming for some side planks here. I'm just going to switch sides again. So right here, I'm going to kickstand right leg. Well, let me do the front leg. Kickstand left leg. This hand is under my shoulder. I'm going to extend my right leg. Over the left knee. Weight distributed here, arm overhead. For a second. Weight bearing for our arms. You can add a little strengthening by taking the leg up or lifting and lowering. Belly's engaged. You think about the shoulder blades coming toward each other just a bit. One more breath. Exhale, take it down. And kind of stretch, shake it out, and then kickstand that other leg. Again, you've got that nice alignment wrist under our shoulder, the other leg is extended, arm is extended up. Maybe the pesos goes up. Maybe that leg lifts. Foot is flexed. Okay, exhale. Come down and shake out your hips again. Let's lift and lower. I'm on my right side, lift and lower, find some circles the other way. Leg goes back now, toes touch, and then take it to the other side. Then a little turn to look at your toes. Working on the glutes here. Come back to center, shake it out. Maybe knee comes into your chest, and we'll go to the other side. It's a little oiling of our joints here, in and out. Circle. And circle. Stretch it out, and then to the other side, lengthen out, then take that turn and look. Back to center, maybe that little tug again. Come down to a seat. We're going to make our way find a seat. You can just grab behind your legs. Find a little boat pose, supported boat pose here. You can take your fingers behind. You can extend your arms as well, but a nice long spine here. And then on your exhale, kind of roll back. Let's just rock back and forth here. A little massage of your back. And then knees to your chest and take a little rock side to side, maybe even rock a little farther to the side, almost up into your arm. And then knees are still bent, put your feet to the mat. Do a little bit of a twist here. So feet just stay together here. Arms reach out to the sides, palms can stay up. Actually, palm is up on the side that you drop your knees to, and they don't need to go all the way to the floor. And your head can go where it's comfortable, over your shoulder, looking straight up. And then back to center. Switch your hands so the palm is going up on the left side here where my knees are going, and the back palm is down. Come back to center. Let's do that a couple more times. Spend some time here this time. Maybe even tucking the shoulder blade here. In my case, on the left. Back to center. It's a little resetting of our spine here. And back to center. Just give you an option here of a supported bridge. You can place a block under your hips. Knees bent. Just find a rest there. You can take supine cobblers, soles of your feet together. And they can be farther out. Let those knees relax. Blankets under those knees if you need. Just easing ourselves into our final few moments of class. Your hands can rest on your belly as well. So soften everything again. Let yourself melt into the mat. Extending my legs now. And when you're ready, take your arms overhead and take a nice big stretch. Breathe into your fingers and toes. Find some wiggle, some movement in the fingers and toes as you bring the arms down and bend the knees. As you're ready, turn to one side, just take your time coming up and let your head be the last thing to come up. Just using your supporting hand. Comfortable seat. Just hands at our heart just for a moment. Show some gratitude for this practice. Pat on the back for taking some time to take care of yourself today. Have a great rest of your day. You will be in Para on Thursday, so New Year's Eve we will